Yes.
Hi Venkat Lakshmi, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm fine, sir. How about you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. So can you tell us
Thank you.
something about yourself?
Yes, sir. Sure. Sir, my name is Venkat Lakshmi. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I have completed my BTech in Vaishnavi Institute of Technology at Tirupati in the stream of Electronics and Communication Engineering. And I have 2.8 years of experience in as a manual tester in CFA technologies. And I'm working for a client called RBC, Royal Bank of Canada, which is a Canadian-based banking client. Under this, I used to work on
So,
application called
okay,
R.
great. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. So those are project details, right? So you
Yes,
can
sir.
tell that you are working in a banking domain, or maybe you are working in an e-commerce domain, right?
Yes, sir.
So short and crisp. And then if the interviewer asks you that, can you tell me in detail, like what is
Okay.
about your project, then you can tell all those things in detail, right? But for now, this
Okay,
is
sir.
good. Now, what,
Sure.
what is your role and responsibility as a software tester? So when you tell you are doing manual testing, so what do
Yes,
you
sir.
do? Yeah, how do you start your day?
Sir, yes, sir. As a QA engineer, I have written a test cases according to the requirements given by the client.
Hmm.
And I start by my day with checking of emails,
Hmm.
replying those emails accordingly.
Hmm.
And I'll if any important work is assigned to me, I'll go through with that work. And
So how do
if it is any my
you,
yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt.
Yes, sir.
How do you come to know that important work is assigned to you? Do you get that message on Skype? Do you get some email notification?
Email, sir. Through email, test leads will be email us. No? Through
Hmm.
that, I'll get to know.
Okay. You are doing remote work or you are working in an office?
Remote work, sir. I'm
Remote
doing
work. That is why
as
you
of
are
now.
getting emails for work assignment. Okay, fine. Yes, please
Yes.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. As a QA engineer, QA engineer, I will be writing with the test cases to the
Mhm.
given requirement by the client, and I'll be perform testings like smoke testing, functional testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT, and so on.
Mhm.
And I'll start execution process. While executing my test cases, if I get any bugs, I'll report it to the developer, and developer will fix if it is a valid bug, and developer will fix, and then will give it to us, and will retest the bug. If it is fixed, I will be closing the bug. If bug is exist still, and then we are going to open the bug.
Mhm. So that
This is
is
the process
process
we
that you
follow.
are following. Right. So whenever this question is coming to you in an interview, how do you start your day, or which are the different things that you are doing in a day? So apart from STLC process, so STLC process you can cover at the end, right? Like what is
Yes,
happening, you're logging, you are doing testing, you're logging defects, defect gets reopened, so you will again retest. This is a normal STLC process. You have to tell
okay.
that you are following agile methodology, right? I just saw in your CV.
Yes, sir.
So which are
Yes,
the
sir.
scrum
Yes.
ceremonies that you are following? You might be having stand-up call in the morning, sync up call for
Yes.
15 minutes. You might be raising
Yes.
some impediments over there. You might be having
Yes.
grooming meetings, grooming sessions there would be there, right? Where you will be analyzing the requirements and you will be sitting with the team. You will be having test case review, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
these are the golden points, golden words that you have to tell in an interview. Agile test case
Okay.
review. Test case review means test case writing, execution, everything comes up. Agile
Okay,
scrum
sir.
ceremonies means everything about Agile comes up. Sync up call impediments means you are totally aware about Agile. So cut short your
Okay, sir.
interview in the best possible way, and the interviewer will be happy. He'll be left with only few questions related to technical. That,
Okay.
okay, now we have to ask them. Otherwise,
Okay, sir. Okay.
you're short selected over there, right? So two
Okay,
important
sir. Sure.
when someone is asking you about introducing yourself, and
Okay.
yeah, so you have to do proper marketing of your profile. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now
Thank you.
let me share my screen.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see my screen?
No, sir. I'm not able.
Not yet.
Yes, sir. Now, sir, I can see, sir. Now,
Okay, you would be able to see Flipkart website.
Flipkart application. Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
You are working as a single testing member in one of the QA team, right? And
Okay.
this website has to be tested by you alone, right? So what
Okay.
will be the test plan of this website? How will you prepare test plan of this website?
Test plan.
Hmm.
Okay, sir.
You are aware about test plan, right?
Yes, sir. I have knowledge, but I didn't prepare. I didn't get a chance to prepare.
Okay, okay. But
Okay.
can you make a try?
I'll try.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'll
Great,
sure I'll try.
great. You told try, it means 60% I got happy. Okay, now I'm looking for answer.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Try. First of all, we have to test plan. All the testing activities will be prepared in the test plan document.
Hmm.
In the scope, what are the features to be tested? Uh, we will put into the scope section. And what are the test? It's a e-commerce application. What are the testing types we have to test on this particular application? That is functional testing, integration testing, system testing, end-to-end testing, and performance testing. Because it's a e-commerce application, it is used by the more number of users. And what is the test strategy that we follow for this particular application? And while writing a test plan, if we have any risk, we have to overcome the risk. For that, we have a mitigation plan. Um, we will plan the mitigation plan. Um, and then if you have tools while testing this application, if we want to use any tools, we'll declare the tools in the tool session. And we have a defect tracking session will be there in test plan.
Okay. So defect
Yes,
tracking is the tool that you will be mentioning, right?
yes,
Now,
sir.
which are the key points, which are the highlights that you have in the test plan? Like you are going in the right direction when you told features to be tested, features not to be tested. Then
Yes, sir.
there is also a section like how many resources you will be deploying on this project for performing this testing. Which are the
Yes,
different
sir.
types of testing? Which are the tools you will perform with the help of which you will perform testing? What kind of testing you will perform? Whether it will be manual, whether it would be automation. If you are doing automation, what kind of language you are going to take? What kind of tool you are going to take? If you are taking
Yes,
Selenium,
sir.
which is the programming language that you are going to take? So this is all about test plan.
And entry and exit criteria should be mentioned.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So
Yes,
whenever
sir.
you get these kind of questions in an interview in which you haven't worked on these kind of things, right? So first of
Yes,
all,
sir.
you can tell in an interview very upfront, I haven't got an opportunity, but still I would like to go for a try, as you mentioned it very rightly, right? And
Yes,
then
sir.
you have to start speaking up, right? Don't
Okay,
get
sir.
nervous about the questions which you are not comfortable with, or let the interviewer should not come to know about your mindset that you are not aware about these. You have to tell that
Yes,
you know everything. And if you don't know
yes.
anything, then you have to tell that upfront. See, I am not aware about this. I haven't got this opportunity in my project so far, but I'll like to go for a try.
Okay, sir.
Simple.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, now consider this website is there, right? Uh,
Okay.
you have got two environments. One is dev environment, one is staging environment. In the dev
Okay.
environment, when it is getting deployed, everything was working fine, right? So
Okay.
the developer came and sent you an email that this particular website is deployed on development as well as staging environment. Now you have to start
Okay.
testing, right? Now,
Okay.
now how will you start testing? And on which environment will you start testing?
I will start testing with the staging environment only, sir.
Okay, with the staging environment,
Yes.
perfect. Okay,
Yes,
what
sir.
staging environment is down?
Staging environments it is like a similar to the production environment where testing activities should be done.
Hmm.
When the project is deployed into the production environment, there might be product is used by the more number of users,
Okay,
and it is highly configured.
okay,
So similar to that,
fine.
that is
Let
a
us
test environment.
Okay, okay, that is fine. Staging
Yes, sir.
environment, testing environment, then there will be one UAT environment, there will be one
Yes.
alpha, and
Beta
production.
environment.
Yeah, all those things are there. But
Yes, sir.
what would you do? So this is a scenario-based question. What would you do if the website or the
Okay.
testing or the application under testing, the website
Okay.
is down in the staging environment? What would you do? What can be the possible reasons behind that?
Is down in yes, sir. I'll ask a build team to stable the environment.
We will ask the
Build team, sir.
build team.
Build. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have a different build team available with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean,
So, uh,
once the coding is done, we
hmm,
have a team called build team, and they will compress and compile the code and deploy it into the test environment.
okay.
If test environment is not stable, I'll ask them to stable the environment.
Okay, okay. So first of all, we are talking about staging environment, right? So let's be
Yes.
restricted to staging only. Okay, now you gave a call to the build team person and you asked them that, let's say build team person name is Rakesh. So Rakesh, that build team, that environment is down at my end. Can you please check? So I am telling you, Venkat Lakshmi, no, it is working fine at my end and I'm disconnecting the call. Now, what can be the possible reason behind that? Still, it is not working at your end. It is working fine. The environment is up and running at my end. It is
Uh,
not working at your end. Then,
mm, Sorry, sir, I'm not getting.
okay, okay. So, like, many a times it happens when sometimes defect is reproducible at your machine. It is not reproducible at their machine, right? So, environment
Okay.
related issues, configuration related issues, things are there. So, similarly, over here also, environment also, you are working from home. That person is working
Okay.
from his home or he might be working from the office, right? It might would
Okay.
have
Yes.
happened that uh, uh, that he would have allowed some port or some kind of configuration firewall settings he would have done from his environment, right? But not at your environment. So that needs to be done.
Okay.
Some port needs to be allowed if it is there, right? Every time it's not possible
Okay.
that website is running on 80 port only. It might be running on some other port which has been blocked in your environment, right? So you can tell that it can be configuration, it can be an environment related issue, right? And then you can elaborate like what kind of environment, what kind of configuration issue. So port related, firewall related issue might be there, right?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Now consider a scenario where it's a desktop based, Windows based application, right? You have tested,
Okay.
you have verified it, you have certified it. Okay. Now
Okay.
product goes live. Now,
Okay.
the client is trying to install this particular application, which has been certified by you in their
Okay.
EM. Right?
Okay.
It is,
Okay, sir.
yeah. So after installation, it is getting crashed. So what can be the possible reason behind that?
After installation.
Hmm. So,
Installation testing should be done perfectly. Everything should be installed.
so everything has been
Uh,
done by you. You did it very perfectly. You worked for not 8 hours, you worked for 11 hours, 12 hours. You gave a thumbs up,
okay.
you signed off the build. Everything was passed, green in your test report, test results. Now, whenever client
Okay.
is installing that particular build or that particular software application, it is getting crashed after installation. So what can be the possible reason behind that?
Yes, sir. I'll ask them to browser. Sorry, it's a standalone application, right?
Yes, madam.
Uh,
Standalone
yes, sir.
application. Hmm.
Um, I will ask them to install properly. Uh, mm. OS which I have used,
Hmm.
uh, I'll ask them.
Wonderful. So
Which is
now,
similar to which
okay.
is similar to my OS and
Hmm.
other
Hmm.
customer OS.
Hmm.
I'll ask them that.
Right, right.
And
So you are coming closely to the root cause analysis. Let's say
yes, sir.
yeah, so defect is there. But what
Yes,
can
sir.
be the possible reason? I'm asking what can be the reason that that particular application is not getting installed on their machine? OS can one of be the reason, right?
I'll try to ask the customer more information. I mean, like OS.
Mm.
Uh,
But before you ask customer, you should have some sufficient information with
I
you.
have to. Yes, sir. I have also checked in one of the my personal computer or something else. I have to check if it is installing to for me or not.
Mm.
Um, if it is crashing to me also, then I'll ask the customer to get more information about installation.
But it is working
If it
fine at your end. That is why you tested it. You tested it. You already performed testing. You certified it. Everything was working
okay, sir.
fine. With your agreement, with your signature only, they have released the product, right? So no need to
Okay.
perform testing again. You are done from your side, right?
Okay. It might be some installation bug, right, sir? So I'll
Yeah. So what kind of
uh,
installation bug? Yeah. What do you think? Why that application is not getting installed?
mm, application should not get crashes.
But it is
Sorry,
getting
sir.
crashed, right? It should not, but it is getting crashed.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Sorry, sir. I'm not getting.
Okay, see, no need to tell sorry at all. This is a mock interview. Why we have connected
Okay.
today on this channel is because we want you to excel in a real-time interview, right? So
Okay.
the motto, the intention behind this channel is to help software testers think beyond the point, how they can excel not only in the real-time interviews, but also in their day-to-day career as well. Okay, now
Okay.
there are two big possibilities why that particular installation is not working, right? The very first possibility is there is some antivirus installed in their machine, which is blocking some DLLs or blocking some uh, exe to run, which is why that installation is not getting completed successfully. The very
Yes,
first
sir.
reason, right? This should come into
Yes,
your
sir.
mind.
Correct.
And prior to this question, I already gave you a hint about external factors that can affect software testing, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Hmm. Second point. Uh, this was the version that was installed, right? So previously they
Y-
had 8.0 version, for example, right? Just for example, think they were working on 8.0 version, right? Everything was
Okay.
working fine. Now the version that you have released is 9.0. Now
Okay.
9.0 is not compatible with 8.0. So 9.0's library cannot be replaced on 8.0's library. They might have to uninstall 8.0 completely and then only 9.0 can come into the picture and get active, right? So
Okay. Okay.
compatibility issue can be there. Okay, now let's
Yes.
think from the third scenario point of view. 8.0 was the previous version that they had in their machine, right? Now
Okay.
8.1 is a patch that you have released, right? You might would have
Okay.
done testing like you would have just installed 8.1, but what about the series like 8.0 and after that 8.1? Now, is it
Okay,
working
sir.
fine, right? Now, coming to
Okay.
the third scenario, for example, the numeric series that the release version that they have was of 7.0, right? Now
Okay.
7.0 after that 8.0 has to be installed. After that only 8.1 will come because that is a patch to 8.0. But now they had 7.0 and now after 7.0 they are just running their patch as it is 8.1. You might be having some prerequisite documentation. You might would have created help document for them for their reference, but they have not referred it and they are just clicking and setting it up.
Y-
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
as per best practices standard, they should follow the configuration guidelines and everything.
Installation guide.
But let's say
Yes.
they don't have that much of time and it needs to be done in a very last minute or hour. So after 7.0 version, they are directly installing the patch 8.1, which is again
Okay.
won't work. So
Okay, sir.
series of installation, the way of installation, the criterias of installation, the various external factors that are there for installation. So these all things are coming into the picture, right?
Okay, sir.
So this is how you have to explain an interview. Uh, the more what I would say analysis, the more analytical skills you will have, no, the more easier it would be there for you to answer in an interview.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now let's come to the agile methodology. You are following agile methodology, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is retrospective meeting?
Retrospective meeting.
Yes, what is
Uh,
retrospective meeting?
yes, sir. After the completion of the sprint, we'll have a retrospective meeting.
Hmm.
Here, yes, sir. Here, what is the, sorry, sir.
Yes, yes, Venkat,
How much,
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
yes, sir. How
Hmm.
much work is done? And if we have any improvements to, if we have any improvements to add to the upcoming sprints, we'll discuss about this. How much work is done, and these things we'll discuss about after completion of a sprint.
Okay, so in retrospective, you will discuss what went well, what could
Yes,
have
sir.
been
What
done.
went and
Yeah, what
what
did not went well.
wrong? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
If we have any improvements
mm,
or we want to add, we'll add upcoming sprints.
mm,
These things we'll discuss.
absolutely. Now, can you tell me on a high level any one instance where you gave some point, you gave some suggestion, or some improvement you gave in the retrospective meeting, and that was incorporated by your team?
Mm, yes, sir. I remember, like in my project, when I was adding the non-financial things of a user,
Mm,
we have button called save and continue button. Unfortunately, I have clicked twice that button,
mm,
mm, and it was getting error message.
mm. Okay,
Um,
but this is about the
and
defect that you are telling, right? Some defect that you
yes,
have
sir.
found.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
If we click on the save and continue button once, it should be disabled for the user. Uh,
okay.
it has to be like that, so that second time user will not click on the, by mistake also user will not get will not click twice if
Okay.
it is disabled.
So this is about the defect that you are telling that you would have found, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. I'm asking about any good suggestion or any improvement thing that you have given in the retrospective meeting, which got incorporated in the team directly from the next sprint itself. That they found that yes, this is a very important and a good suggestion for came from Venkata Lakshmi. So we should definitely follow it. So any good this kind of suggestion or point that you have given. So you can tell.
Mm, no, sir. As of now, I didn't uh, give any improvement.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, Venkat Lakshmi, I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I'm started giving interviews, but I'm not getting any girls. Can you please guide me where I have to focus?
Okay, okay.
Uh,
So you have
yes, sir.
started giving interviews. So the good point is that at least you are getting calls, right?
No, sir, I'm not getting.
Okay, you're not getting calls.
Uh,
Okay. So see,
yes, sir.
I would suggest that till February 2023 or March 2023, you can avoid applying for applying for jobs in other companies because this is not a right time to switch, right? Second thing is, if
Okay.
you are really looking for a job, like you are not happy with the project you are working, or it's not satisfactory, right? So what you should do is you should try to revisit some of the basic concepts, both theoretical as well as practical. Now, when I say theoretical, means types of testing, STLC, agile methodology, right? These all things you
Okay.
have to revisit. Then
Okay.
apart from that, you have to think from the scenario based perspective, like what if this happens, what if this happens, like we were discussing about installation testing, right? So you
Yes,
have
sir.
to think from that angle, and then you have to apply for interviews. For interviews also, you have various portals. Apart from Naukri, you can also try on LinkedIn. You can try
Okay.
on Indeed.com, right? So this is how you can explore job opportunities of software testing outside.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Venkat Lakshmi, for coming on the channel for giving interview, and that too on weekend, Saturday. Right. I can understand it's
Thank you, sir.
holiday, but you came on this channel. So thank you so much for that. And we wish you all the
Thank you,
best
sir.
for your career ahead. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.